All you need for this is a Stairmaster and a sandbag or a medicine ball or any other kind of awkward object that you can carry just like this on your shoulder. We're going to start by getting up on the top of the Stairmaster safely with that object. And then your first carry is placing that object on your left shoulder. So immediately I'm going to bump the treadmill up to 10, speed 10 here. So we're going to speed the video up. I'll be on the Stairmaster for 18 total minutes. That time will not change depending on how heavy of an object you decide to use or what speed you're able to maintain on the Stairmaster. So there's 3 total rounds of this workout, and one round consists of 4 different positions that we're going to be carrying this odd object in. The first position is starting with the odd object on our left shoulder, as you see it here, and you're going to try to hold it here for 2 minutes on the first round. After 2 minutes, you switch to the front of your body, hold that for 2 minutes, then you go to the right shoulder for 2 minutes, and finally the back for 2 minutes. That makes up your first round, and that work will take you exactly 8 minutes to complete. So here I'm about to switch it to the front hold. This is called a bear hold. Essentially, you're hugging that weight into your belly. I want to keep my arms relatively straight because that's going to allow my biceps to relax just a little bit. But naturally, this pose is going to cause our upper back to round. And so basically what's happening there is our shoulder blades are protracting just a little bit in order to hug that object. So it's going to have a unique effect on our back musculature. And it's probably the most inefficient way to carry this weight. So that inefficiency is a big part of what we're doing here when we're carrying an odd object. It's shown that if you carry something that's awkward and not loaded evenly through the body, you're going to be burning more calories, you're going to be using more muscle in order to get the work done. And next we'll be switching the weight up to our right shoulder for 2 minutes. And each these carries have a specific purpose. This on the shoulders are a little bit awkward because you're loading one side of the body more. The other side has to kind of compensate. You're kind of going to feel some unique work going on in the core and the shoulder blades. What I noticed for myself was that one side seemed a little bit more difficult, and I kind of was able to understand some imbalances in my body a little bit more. And ironically, by doing stuff that's imbalanced, we can actually create balance in the body. And I know that kind of sounds like a contradiction, but basically what's happening with that is our body has to start overcoming that weight. Now we are doing equal holds on each of these positions, so we are kind of accounting for symmetry through load, but obviously each position is asymmetrical. So that allows the body to kind of have to organize in order to compensate for that awkward workload. Now this one's about the most even and efficient style of carrying, just moving it to the back here. And I have a nice sandbag here that has straps on each end, so I can actually grab those straps. If you're working with a medicine ball, this one might not even really be possible for you. And if that's the case, you're going to be doing 2 bear holds each round. So if you're unable to carry the medicine ball on your back, you're just going to move it back to the front and do another bear hold instead of the back carry on each of these rounds. So I'm almost done with my first round here. Coming up on the 8-minute mark, you're definitely going to be feeling this at this point. This is mostly an aerobic challenge. We are trying to move at a pretty fast pace on the stair mill with weight. Carrying it in awkward positions, like we already discussed, is going to cause more muscles to work, and it's going to up your heart rate even more because of that. So now I'm back onto the first shoulder, just starting the second round. Now the second round is the exact same thing, except we do 90-second holds on each shoulder. So it is kind of a drop set format. This round will be 90 seconds on each hold. Once we get to the last round, it'll be 60 seconds on each hold. So just that little bit of drop in time is mostly because we need that break psychologically, because after you guys get through this first round, you're going to see exactly how hard this workout is. And I did that drop set to kind of give us a little bit of motivation in the middle of the workout once things start to really get tough. It's also the namesake of this workout. Being sandbagged essentially means to mislead someone into doing something because they say it's relatively easy to do. I'm definitely not trying to mislead you guys, though. I'm going to tell you right now that this one is one of the harder workouts in the whole series, depending on what weights you guys choose. I thought aerobically, this was maybe the most challenging for me personally. Getting on a Stairmaster is pretty brutal in itself, and then carrying a heavy weight in awkward positions makes it pretty tough to get through. And so obviously the weight that you're choosing really matters here. So I chose a 30-pound sandbag, which for me was an appropriate challenge. So the first time you do this, you might want to try like a 10-pound medicine ball and maybe do speed 6 or 8. And as soon as you're able to complete all of this work, keeping the Stairmaster at speed 10 the entire time, that's when you're able to make a decision to up the weight. So 10 is pretty fast. So let's slow the video down again so you can see the actual speed that I'm walking at here. So speed 10 on this Stairmaster equates to about 87 steps every minute. So that means I'm taking about a step and a half every second. And so over the course of this entire workout, I had just over 1,500 steps in the 18 minutes, which will be about 87 steps every minute. So each Stairmaster is slightly different. I've noticed every one that I get on seems to have a different calibration to it. And so the speed 10 is kind of a ballpark zone. But if you really want to be exact on your pacing, you should be finishing with just over 1,500 steps. And if you look at the cadence here, you can see that that's just a consistent left, right pattern. And I'm just basically, I picked that speed off of a objective measurement. I just wanted to see what felt like a consistent walking pace, because remember, our goal in this entire series is our ability to move weight over distance. And if you're not moving at a relatively consistent pace, I just feel like that weight is probably too heavy for you for the stimulus that we're looking for. So until you're able to get about 1,500 steps in the 18-minute time frame, which for this Stairmaster was about speed 10, yours is going to probably be different. Until you're able to do that, do not up the weight and just keep that same weight until you're able to accomplish it for the entire 18 minutes. When you do make that jump in weight, one strategy could be to back the speed back down a little bit, just like our slow incremental progression rules, how to adjust for volume and intensity implies. So let's say you go from a 20-pound sandbag to a 30-pound sandbag. You might just want to bump the speed back down to 6 and then stay with that speed until you can accomplish all 18 minutes at speed 6. If that felt manageable, bump it up to speed 8 next time, and then work with that weight until you can do the whole workout at speed 10. That process will allow your body to adapt to the weight over the few workouts, and then eventually you're going to be carrying this weight up the Stairmaster like the Primal Engine that you are designed to be. So I'm finishing my last round of the whole workout here. These are only 1-minute holds on each of the 4 positions. I already got through my minute on the left shoulder. Now I've got a minute on my bear hold. After this, there's just 2 more holds for 2 more minutes. And I remember just trying to push here, trying to focus on only breathing through my nose and be as focused mentally as possible. Each of these workouts is going to bring you to the edge. I've designed each of them to have a unique challenge involved so that you guys can have a goal-oriented mindset when you go into this workout and attack it. In order for you to complete anything hard as a human being, you're going to have some goal to try to achieve. And that's why I've structured each of these workouts in this way. Going into it, you know that you're about to battle, you know that you're about to suffer. And in order to get through that challenge, you're going to have to focus on being in the moment, not being overwhelmed, and just taking it one step at a time. So I'm on my last minute here on the back, final push to the end. As soon as that treadmill hits 18 minutes, I can hit pause and get this dang sandbag off my back. Here we go. Sandbagged is complete. Carefully work off of the Stairmaster and set that sandbag back down, and embrace the rush of knowing that you just achieved something very difficult. Be safe on this workout and enjoy being sandbagged.